Hey guys, good morning. Happy Friday. It's Daryl here. It's 3 a.m. bright and early here in Connecticut. On the East Coast, it's very early this morning. All right, this is a video that I've hesitated making. I really just needed time to think about it. I want to, you guys, like I've talked about this all the time, empathy. I want to put myself in everybody's, try to put myself in the officer's position, try to put myself in Khia Bryant's position, try to put myself in uh, the other girl that was about to be assaulted in her position, in the parents' position, and and I try to look at this from every angle. I've seen other people talking about this. I saw Kobe Bryant kind of spoke out against the officer. This I'm talking about what happened to Khia Bryant, the 16-year-old girl in Columbus, Ohio. Some of you might not like what I'm going to say. I have to be honest here. So what are my options with this video? To talk about it, to come on here and talk about, this is something I'm drawn to. I'm drawn to the issues that people don't like to talk about, the things that need to be talked about. These are things that I'm always drawn to. I think that's one of the reasons my channel is being reviewed right now for Google AdSense. But sometimes these are the things that need to be talked about. So we've all seen this video, and you see the object in Khia's hand arcing, and it's a good-sized object. I thought about this from different angles too. I thought about this from, we talk about defunding the police, or getting rid of the police, or having social workers show up in these family, to intervene in these domestic issues. I thought about that. What if it was a social worker walking up right at that moment, and you see Khia comes out of the house, and apparently she pushes down one girl that's approaching the officer, pushes her down the sidewalk. She turns and goes after the other girl in pink, and we all see the object arcing in her hand there. What were the officers, if that was first of all, if that was a social worker and not a policeman, there probably still would have been at least one fatality. It wouldn't have been Khia Bryant. She would have been the perpetrator. That's what would have happened. All right. What were the officers' choices? If it were me, and this armed person came running out, pushing one person down, I would have gone for lethal force too. This is too severe a situation when you see the object in her hand. What if the taser didn't work? It was one person's life versus another person's life. One thing I saw in this video is that people aren't talking about. Let me just say, first of all, before I get to that, it is brutal. It is brutal seeing Khia Bryant hit 4 times and slumping down. Nobody wants to see that. What I saw here was this officer, he actually more than likely, he saved one girl's life, and another girl, the opposite. This is, I don't envy this officer's position. Now think about this. What if that officer was too worried about getting arrested and didn't act and didn't do anything? At least one girl probably would still be gone. It was a bad situation all around. It reminds me I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. Looking at this situation, to me, it's not a racial situation. It reminds me of being a youth, being a teenager. I made a lot of bad decisions. I made a lot of decisions that could have cost somebody their lives. Made a lot of bad decisions. Thankfully, I didn't end up in a situation like this, but I very well could have. I lost my temper. I did things very close to what Khia Bryant did. I honestly, like I said, you guys, there's some people that might disagree with me here. If you guys look at my other videos, time and time again, I support Black Lives Matter. Ahmaud Arbery is one of the cases that just kill. It drives me. It hurts. It hurts every time I see that video with Ahmaud Arbery. But looking at this video, I have to be honest. That was a tough position that officer was in. If he didn't act, the girl in pink would have been hurt, probably fatally. If he did act, Khia Bryant. Now, people say, well, maybe he should have used the taser or shot somewhere else. I can't say that. I'm not a cop. I've never been in that position. I can't honestly sit here with a straight face and take this officer to task for something I have no knowledge of what it's like. I can't sit here and say, well, maybe he should aim for the kneecaps, or maybe he should have pulled out his taser. I can't see that. If that girl in pink was my sister or my mother, I'd be thankful she's still alive. I could understand the pain from Khia Bryant's mother, without a doubt. This video is horrific to watch. It was a bad situation all around. But to be honest, in my opinion, this incident was instigated by the foolishness of being a youth, of teenagers. And I think we've all done it. I know I have. We've all made bad decisions at that age. I know emotions get the best of us at that age, no matter what your sex or race. I remember one incident. It was over a girl, and I chased down two of my high school, two guys I went to high school with. I chased them down with my car, and I had every intention of running them over. Thankfully, I didn't. But that's what this reminds me of. Now, what if the next time somebody's come after me or you with a knife, and an officer shows up, but he's too afraid, he doesn't want to go to jail, so we're me or you, or we're being approached by somebody with a knife, and it doesn't even matter what their color is, and an officer shows up, and he's too afraid to go to jail to be charged, and he doesn't act, and I get fatally wounded, or you get fatally wounded. We're at a precarious situation here. I heard Khia Bryant's mother on TV today, and I understand. I can't sit here and say I understand her pain, because I have no idea. It must be overwhelming. But she talks about how the violence has to stop, how Khia Bryant would want the violence in this country to stop. And I agree with that. But we got to be honest here, where the violence was instigated from at least from what we see on this video. Apparently, this was all over a messy house. There were siblings and step-siblings, and they were arguing about cleaning the house before the mother got home, and that's what this all started over. A teenage tiff that just got out of hand. I don't see this. I see this as the officer having to make a tough decision between one person and another person. If he acts, one person's going to lose their life. If he doesn't act, the other person will probably lose their life, and maybe more. Who's to say that she would have stopped at the girl in pink, if she wouldn't have went on to, because she did push down another girl. She did go after another girl. It could have got even worse. In this instance, I can't sit here and dress the officer down. I can't do it. He actually saved, more than likely, he saved the girl in pink. He saved that girl's life. You guys know my record. You know what I stand for. But in this case, I have to be honest, and I hesitated making this video. What were my other choices? Just to ignore this and not talk about it? pretend like it didn't happen, because I can't sit here and say that officer should go to jail. I can't say that. He saved that girl in pink. Probably saved her life. Should he go to jail? I don't think so. Like I said, I could be wrong. I don't know. And it's just my point of view, but I see this as a case of youthful stupidity, youthful ignorance, things we all did when we were young. And I could be wrong. And if other people want to enlighten me, I welcome the comments, because it's not easy for me to sit here and say stuff, to talk about this in any way. No good came out of this. It was a tough situation. Like I said, and to me, it was youthful inexperience and anger. At that age, I don't think, no matter what your sex or race or age or sex or race, we lose control of our emotions at that age. And it costed Khia Bryant her life in this case. And I am sorry for that. All right, I'm gonna have 2 more videos, because there's 2 other cases that I want to talk about. Those are gonna be coming up very shortly. You guys have a good Friday.